Of as simple as black and white with L.C. Green and Stephen Brown.
Good morning.
We are here on the outside of the newly elected city council person, city councilman, Mr. Tony Robertson, and we got a few minutes with him. Got elected last night, was back to work this morning.
That's right.
And we thank you for your time, not only last night but today. Now, after sleeping on it, tell us how you feel.
Congratulations, sir.
Very much.
I feel good. I'm so happy and excited and looking forward to working with the city to make it a better place.
Okay. Now that you are a council person, now that you're a councilman, you're elected, no runoff, no nothing, just waiting to be sworn in. What would be your first priority? What would be your first order of business that you'd like to see?
The main thing I want to see is that we look at what we've got, look at how we can make things better, and work with the new council to see where we're at, see what we can do to make the town a better place.
Okay.
Kind of look at all the departments and see where we're at and kind of hit the ground running.
Now, as it stands right now, we know for sure that we got two of the incumbents there. We know that for sure. But now, the way I understand the system, there's no seniority.
Right.
You know, if you serve 1 day or 30 days, it's the same.
That's true.
So whoever have position is voted on.
Right.
Is voted on by the council people. Is that correct?
That's what I understand.
Okay. So nobody can walk in and say that if somebody told somebody that they're gonna give them the presidency.
That's not true.
That's not true. Because it's got to be voted on.
Right.
It'll be voted on by the
Amongst
5
the council
council.
people.
Okay.
So a majority of the council.
That's right.
Okay.
That's what I understand.
Okay, and that's what we understand. Now, one of the issues that the current council did not deal with, and they said they leave it to the new council, is the raises for our fire department and our police department. Will that be a top priority for you?
Sure. We've already had a few discussions about that, about way to see about if there's money there, if we can move it around, or if there's things we have to do. But we're going to definitely look into that.
Yeah. Now, and Mr. Councilman, if you would, don't put all your emphasis on tax.
Right.
Because you know, the only way that I think that we could get a tax passed if there was some kind of guarantee to the people that's where it would go, the fire department and the police department.
That's probably true.
But right now the people are so distrustful.
That's true,
Distrustful. They just distrustful. So one of the things you're gonna have to do is put trust back in. Now you're a man of great integrity, but now everybody that's serving don't have integrity,
Well,
because some of them that's serving now is questionable about their integrity. You know, and I know you can't comment on that because you got to serve with them.
that's right. So
But me and Stephen ain't got to serve with them, so we can say things like that.
One of the things that I'm interested in, Tony, and I think you were voted in last night by the people, for the people, and I believe that you're going to be, you're going to have your ears open to hear what the people of your district of Eufaula want to hear. Do you stand for opening back up the council meetings to hear from the constituents? I know that was one of the big things they made in a rule change, where you got to go through a whole list of things to be able to get in to talk to council. Is that something that you're going to try to?
We talked about that yesterday, as a matter of fact, and I said I'd like to let people talk as long as we put a time limit. Make sure they can't hijack a meeting and be there for an hour. You tell them they got 5 minutes and we can discuss what you want to, and then, you know, if it calls for further discussion, that's fine. But, you know, I think everybody should have a right to talk. I have no problem with that.
And I personally want to thank you for that.
Yes.
I thank you.
I have no problem with people wanting to talk.
And one of the things that you being elected was, people want change. And one of the things also, and you found this out by campaigning, because I want to proudly say I was proudly out there with you with a lot of your campaign stops, and the people want access to you. They want access to you. You know, they want to be able to talk to their council person and find out what's going on. And I know you say it when you knock on doors that would be one of the changes that you would be available to the people.
Well,
That's right. I told people this morning, there's nowhere I can hide at. People know where I live at. People know where I stay at all the time. So I can't hide from anybody.
He has proven he's going to be a man of the people. Even after elected last night, he's even back out here at work early this morning. And he's taken just a short break from work to grant us this interview. So we appreciate that.
He got away from the phone a while, so he'll
That's right. Yes, that's right. Again, congratulations on board. I really appreciate it.
Thank
you for your time.
And listen, we're looking forward to working with you on the council.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right. Now that was Mr. Tony Robinson from District 1. He unseated incumbent, and one of the hardest things to do, especially in this area, is unseated an incumbent.
Yes.
But he was able to do that. Now let me say this to you, Stephen. The job is not finished yet.
Very true.
The job is not finished.
Very
The job is not finished. People called for a change, and all but 2 districts has changed. And I want you to know that the 2 incumbents that went back in the office are bragging about how they got back in office.
Yes, sir.
And what they was bragging about is not necessarily how they got back in office. You understand what I'm saying? One told the other one, say if you just do right, people will put you back in office. That's not true. That's not true. That's not how you got back in office.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And as we sit here talking right now, there's a lot of people in trouble. A lot of people is in trouble. And the sad part about it, that it's not the candidate that's in trouble. It's the folks that they paid to go out and get these illegal absentee votes. That's the ones that's in trouble. And you can't tell them folks nothing.
Yeah, they're going to be looked at and scrutinized. We've just had a message that they're going to be looked at, and it's going to be interesting to see how all of that shakes out. But when a person gets 25% of their total vote in absentees, that tells you a little something.
But
and then Lucius Cobb got 50% of his vote from absentees.
Now let me say this to you, because I'm sure you and I both have had a lot of calls about those absentee ballots.
Yes, sir.
And people have called and inquired about it. But now, the truth of the matter, it won't change the outcome. The people that got elected with these illegal ballots will still be elected. But what it will do, it will put a stop to it, because the people that's doing it will be the ones that got to pay the price.
Yeah.
They're the ones who will get jail time and get fined. Now, the council person will still serve.
Yeah.
You understand? But everybody will know that don't already know that they got there illegally. But I think people already know that, and those who took part in it, they don't care, you know.
Well, we kept hearing during the campaign, word on the street, word on the street. Mm-hmm. And LC, you've got more street cred than I do, so you probably know this better than I. Mm-hmm. But what was the rumor of the going price for those absentee ballots? If I went out and I got a ballot that had your name on it,
$10 a ballot. $10 a ballot. $10 a ballot. Okay. $10 a ballot. So, and that ain't worth going to jail for.
Okay. So Johnny Knight had 76 absentees. If he bought all of those, he spent $760 on absentees.
Mm-hmm. Plus the fact of the people you paid to take people to the poll.
Yeah. And Lucius had over 100 of them, so Lucius paid over 1,000.
Yeah.
Now in the campaign finance.
Now to cover ourselves. Not the fact that we scared, but just to cover ourselves. Allegedly. That's allegedly. We said that person got all of those votes. We saying allegedly. Now the ballots, when they looked at it, they'll speak for themselves. Yes. But the word we're using right now is allegedly. Mm-hmm. On this special edition of As Simple as Black and White, yes. we can say the word on the street like you just said, and then we can say allegedly. True. You know, and then have to give an account.
Now with that in District 2, just we feel like everything's said and done, but with it being that close, with it being 3 votes off, there could be a request for a recount.
Yeah, you can get a recount.
And with closer eyes being viewed on each one of those absentees, if anything comes up on those
Right.
that would reject
Right,
even
right.
3 of those votes,
Right.
it could still be a runoff
Yes.
if a recount was asked
Now
for.
the only way, yeah, that's right. That's a good point. Now I said that it would not affect the election, but it would if you find enough of those votes with egalities in it. Then they would be tossed out.
True,
If
true.
they didn't get received right, if they didn't come in right, if they not
If it
signed
wasn't
right,
postmarked right.
if all that kind of stuff, and that would be tossed out. And if you toss
True.
it out, sure enough you can't count it then.
True.
You know, sure enough you
And-
can't count it.
And I don't know what the rules are on that. I know there's a certain time period
5 days.
in order to ask for a recount.
Okay, now you can ask the candidates could ask for a recount that night. They could ask to see the absentee ballots that night. Now to file a lawsuit, according to now, let me say this to all those folks who tell me I don't know what I'm talking about
Sure.
and that how long they've been doing this and all that. I'm gonna say this to y'all. Y'all can say what you want to say, all right? But I do my homework, all right?
Yes, sir.
And what you're gonna have to do is 5 days after they certify this, 5 days after they certify, they're gonna certify them today. 5 days later, you got to file a lawsuit. And they got candidates who are ready to file a lawsuit. You got some candidates who are ready to file a lawsuit about the procedure. And then that's all you got to do. You got to file a lawsuit, and then let them prove that what's right and what's wrong.
Yes, sir.
You know. But as I was saying, our work is not over yet, and I want to sit here right now, and because of what was said last night by the incumbents, I want to endorse West Register, and I would like for us, as simple as Black and White, Elsie Green and Stephen Bryan, I would like for us to do that together. I'd like for both of us to endorse him and pledge. I'm gonna work just as hard for him as I did for Tony.
Yes, sir.
And I want you to do the same. You work for Tony, and I want us to do that because and nothing against Barbara Fleurs, nothing against her.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But what the incumbents did, they showed their hand last night.
Yeah.
You understand? One told the other one. Well, matter of fact, this what was said. And if I'm saying wrong, please y'all correct me if I'm saying wrong. But Johnny Knight said that he was going to make Lucius the president. He's going to stay pro tem. And then they want Barbara back in office because she's going to support them.
Yeah.
And so what they're planning on running the city council, the 3 of them.
Well, by
And we
her
don't
own
want that.
admission at the last forum, she said we're the 3 Musketeers.
Well,
Where it come to the 431 issue. And if she does go back in office, it will present a 3 incumbents versus 2 newbies. And those 3 incumbents could run the entire council.
and we don't want that.
That's true.
We don't want that. We want independent. And hold on 1 minute. No, go ahead. Say something. I'm going to move this camera.
So we have all the results in, and we can go over the numbers. All of the numbers have been published, but the one that is still really in flux right now is District 5. It has resulted in a runoff between Barbara Fleury and West Register, and right now that seems to be the only race in contention, in question, as of right now.
Now this is what I want, and this is why I said we don't want 3 people running it, because I'm gonna use I want to happen what Mr. Knight said he does. He said he's his own man, his own thinker,
His own thing.
and that's what I want. I want 5 individuals up there that think on their own, that's not influenced by nobody.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? Not influenced by nobody. Now, he said he his own man, his own thinker. Well, now's the time to show that.
True.
All right?
True.
They ain't gonna have by power to tell them what to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And so we was talking last night, and we was wondering how that's gonna work now. They don't have by power leading them, leading Johnny Knight, and if by power not leading Johnny Knight, how was Johnny Knight gonna lead Lucius Cobb?
Yeah.
You know, so our work is not over, and Ms. Flores, I'm just sorry, but you just happen to be a victim of a system that we trying to break up.
Yeah.
We trying to break up a system where you got the three musketeers.
Yeah.
But one person said and you just automatically second it. That's not what we want. And one thing, I'm gonna say this, Stephen, I'm gonna let you talk, I'm sorry. I'm not scared to say what I say.
Yeah.
And if I'm saying anything wrong or saying anything that they wanna, you know, what we know they ain't gonna come talk to us.
Yes, sir.
We tried. I did everything I could to interview them.
Very true.
Knight and Cobb, and neither one of them would come. But you welcome to come and defend yourself if I'm saying anything wrong. Please come and defend yourself.
Sure.
Don't let me just say something that's not right. And I'm gonna say to you, Ms. Ferris, it's not nothing against you. But we trying to change a system. We trying to change a system where everybody will have a voice.
Yeah, you can tell from the votes and from the lack of votes in certain instances that it was a very anti-incumbent push last night. When we stopped and got the first results and saw that Tony beat Jason, and then seeing the numbers, 457 votes there. There was 800 votes last term at that district. So voter turnout was very low, and Jason's folks just didn't get out. Whether it was apathy, or whatever the case, they just didn't get out and vote this time. In Johnny Knight's district, a total of less than 600 votes, so it was off by 200 votes. In Lucius Cobb, only 345 votes. It normally has about 600.
But now, there are over 2,000 eligible voters in that district.
In every district, it's all evenly broken out, and every district has about 2,000 eligible voters. And this is what showed up.
Shame on the voters for not going out.
Exactly. District 4 in Bob Powers and Miss Linda Grice now, they had less than 500 votes. And usually that's 800 to 1,000 votes in that district. So again, the apathy on the part of the incumbents, people to get out and vote, and just people were tired of the same old and wanted to change.
Yeah. District 1, people had hope that Jason Bennett would get beat, so they came out and voted, even though it's low numbers. The rest of the district, let's take for instance, everybody assumed, including myself, that Johnny Knight would win.
Yes.
All right. So a lot of folks did not go out and vote because they said, well, he's going to win anyway. All right. And you've heard me say that. You heard me say that Lucius Cobb and Johnny Knight would get reelected. You heard me say that.
Yes, sir.
You heard me say that.
You did.
And then yesterday, when we figured out the numbers, and we said that the absentee ballot is going to be what make the difference in that district. It's going to stop a runoff or not.
Yes,
and I told you, I said, if it comes down to absentee ballot, Johnny Knight got it.
Yes, sir. 76 absentee votes when he had 228 show up at the polls. So that definitely made the district.
Sure.
Made the difference. And then down in District 5, don't exactly know what happened there as far as the voting was concerned.
Who was that?
Only 310 total votes in District 5.
But now one of the problems with District 5, I believe one of the two problems, folks discussed it in there, plus that traffic.
The traffic was horrible. It was
and folks didn't think that it was worth the aggravation of getting in that traffic.
A lot of people, it was posted all over the internet yesterday about the traffic and how horrible it was getting in and out. So that could have kept some people from getting out and voting.
And I believe it did. I believe it really did, Stephen. I believe it did. And that's one of the things. And you know, in your national election, when they start announcing early results, then your West Coast folks don't go vote and stuff like that. And what they did with the traffic, they started announcing so early that the traffic was bad, that a lot of folks just did not go out, just not go out and vote.
But now 5 people in that district and only 300 votes. Normally that district could carry 700 or 800 votes. that was probably one of the poorest showing districts for the amount of people. But it did result in a runoff, so we still, the people of that district
Still got hope.
have a chance.
Yes. Yeah. October the 3rd or 5th. I think it's October the 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got a few more weeks for those who want to run off the campaign. They got to have the campaign a few more weeks.
Yes.
And hopefully the roads will be better.
Yes.
Hopefully the work would be better on the roads. You're watching a special edition of As Simple as Black and White, and I was looking. I think it was on your page last night, and somebody suggested we have a debate between the two candidates in runoff.
I was going to bring that up to you.
Wes agreed to it. I have not talked to Ms. Flourish yet. I'm not sure that she would even talk to us, but I'm gonna go try. She talked to me before.
Sure. Yeah.
So when we finish this, I'm gonna go ask her. Would she be interested in maybe having two debates between now and election time?
Sure. She's always been more than cordial. She's always been
That's right.
open
That's
to,
right.
to talk, and she's attended every forum, and she's been present to talk when invited. So
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
feel like she probably would.
I've seen politics do some strange things to folks,
Yes, sir.
especially during election time. Folks act like they ain't got to live the next day.
True.
And man, them folks on the council ain't make $1,000 a month. They doing all this old crazy stuff. You don't even get $1,000 a month. It ain't worth selling your soul.
If I remember, it's what, 600?
I think it's five
something. It's
yeah,
less than $600 a
yeah.
month.
So anyway, we just come. We stop by to let you know that it's not over, and we're gonna continue to try to talk to the candidates who got elected, minus two. I talked to Ms. Grice last night, and she made herself available to us whenever we can get to her. She'd be more than willing to talk to us. I would like to talk to some of the candidates that did not quite make it.
Yes, sir.
And I always wonder about this. If you offer yourself for service and you don't win, do you stop? I mean, do you stop? Do you just crawl back? Just like Steve Rogers. Will Steve Rogers still continue to speak out?
Yes, sir.
with Dot Weathers, will they still continue to speak out? With Peggy Thomas, will they continue to speak out? You lost what you went for, but you offered yourself for service to the people. So my question to you would be, if you really offered yourself for service to the people, will you continue to be of service?
Yes.
Because there's many things that you can do, even though you're not elected. There are still many things that you can do to make this service better, to make this thing better, to make everything better. There's still many things that you can do. And so how you doing, man? I don't want to ignore you, but I'm on the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So if you really truly offered yourself for service, and you didn't get enough votes to hold the office, both of us can prove the fact that even though you ain't holding office, you still can make a difference.
You can still make a difference. You can still let your voice be heard. Not being on the city council, that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so many other committees that you could be appointed to help out and be in a position to run 4 years from now. After the election last time, you go back and you re-examine and you take a look at what was right, what was wrong, what happened. After a few weeks, few days, you come back out and you offer yourself for service. Right after the election last time, we had the 431 issue to come up, and I jumped on that bandwagon pretty hard. I submitted myself for a candidate for some of these positions that the city council appoints. Every other meeting, they're appointing somebody to some.
Right.
And those are volunteer basis, but the council has to appoint you.
Right.
When it came time to appoint someone, Bob Powers, being the city council president, had the yay or no to bring you up for that. And he wanted additional information on me every time I submitted my name. So you know, there are other things that can be done besides serving on the city council.
Right,
Make
right.
yourself available, get yourself
Right.
in a position where if you want to make another run in 4 years, people know you a little better.
Speaking, it's very, very important. The job of the city council person is very, very important, because just like Stephen was talking about, they make appointments to all these different things.
Yes, sir.
And one of the most important appointments they make is that school board.
School board.
You know, and I'm going to be dealing with the school board here next. That's my next project. Because I don't think that nobody should have exclusive rights to the public school that all of us are paying tax on. All of us are putting our dollars in, you know, and I think there's something wrong when one person can dominate.
True.
And then I want to tackle the fact of who represents the city. You got people going around representing the city. You know, the city give them access to the thing. But we'll talk about all that. We'll talk about all that. We just fresh off the election right now, and the election is on everybody's mind. And I want to thank all of you who called me. I've had many calls with encouraging words. I've had many calls for thanking me for getting involved, and I thank y'all for calling me and encouraging me. I get enough negativism, so I thank y'all for all your calls.
We had a lot, not necessarily calls. I did field a few calls, but I'm on social media a lot.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
a lot of different comments, and people posting behind the scenes, thanking us for updating them.
Right.
Those videos that we did yesterday, 300 to 500 views on every video that we put out.
Good.
So
good.
people were paying attention. They were in tune with what we were doing, and they were very appreciative of us going out and putting those out and letting them know where we stood. So
Now, so this is my plea, and I'm through. These gnats killing me. I'm gonna be through here.
we got to find an inside place.
Yes, and we're gonna do another one later. But my plea to District 5: 2 things. Please go out and vote. Please
Yes.
go out and vote in the runoff. And I personally will ask you to vote for West Register. Stephen Bryant personally asked you to vote for.
Yes, Rich.
All right. You've been watching a special edition of It's As Simple as Black and White. And all of y'all know how to get in touch with me. Y'all know how to get in touch with Stephen. If you got any question about anything, Stephen is more on social media than I am, but if you got something, if you got something for him, and like I always tell you on Gumbo Live, if you got anything, you drop it off here at Councilman Robinson Business, and we'll deal with that. You've been watching a special edition of As Simple as Black and White. You say anything before we go?
Thank y'all for your support. Thank you for watching, and
Yes.
tell your friends and family about us. Have everybody subscribe to his YouTube channel so that when we post a new video, you'll automatically get that update and know that there's something new on the channel.
Yeah. And I'm glad you mentioned that. Keep your ears and eyes open, because we're getting ready to make a change of how we come to you.
Very true.
We're getting ready to come to you a different way on a more regular basis. So special of Simple as Black and White.